Welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways, Coyote in the Highlands. We're going to do just a little bit of the enlightenment stuff today. I never know if people are watching this or not. I get a couple of views every day. I don't get a lot of comments or likes, like no engagement. So obviously I'm boring, right? Or I'm not hitting the right audience, or something's going on. And that's okay. I'm in a space where I do have stuff to share. And for the right people, it's going to hit the right place, and it's all fine. The universe will work the way the universe works. My inputs are significant, but, I'm going to allow the freedom for things to happen the way they happen. Sounds a little bit lame if you're not in the space where you can understand that from my point of view. I guess. Who owns your mind? I keep thinking about this because I did a video recently on the student loan debt thing and how everyone's so caught up in this polarization of how if someone else gets something, does something, has something, if someone else somethings, then it has a serious effect on your mental life. How much of your mind do you own? How much of your mind do you control? How much do you allow other people in there? It sounds so trite and so... People resist this so much, but you're in control. This is probably I'm going to go pick on the far left here for a moment because it's obligatory and I have to pick on the far left. But the far right does this too. But the far left makes an entire societal basis off of trying to control the behavior of others because they can't own their own minds. But they're proud of this. This is a control mechanism. I'm going to control you by telling you that you're not allowed to do this, say this, have this, be this, because it will affect my mental health. Whoa! Talk about a crazy, messed up form of authoritarianism. It's not a blatant, open authoritarianism where it's like, I'm in charge, you do what I say. People can respect that. This is that really, it's not passive-aggressive. There's nothing passive about it. But it's this really twisted, gaslighting, guilt-driven thing. And it's a horrible form of authoritarianism. It's the worst form of authoritarianism. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for that if anyone watches this who's on the far left. I'm going to get a ton of hate for that. We currently have a government that's filling itself full of officials and creating new Ministry of Truth departments and stuff where the literal basis is we can't allow free speech because it's too harmful. You have no responsibility for what's in your own head. You have no responsibility. If you see a piece of rope, if you see a banana, then you can feel like the world is out to get you and racism and systemic racism and white supremacy and everything. Even without an intent. Okay? But even if the intent's there, how you respond to that is up to you, But even without the intent, these people are so programmed, so addicted to a victimhood identity that they create this. Everything is created in your head. But think about that. If you see a banana, if a student drops a banana, this happened, drops a banana out of his bag on the floor or something, right? And you see it and you're what is the phrase right now? POC. You're a teacher who's not a white. It doesn't matter if you're black, brown, whatever. It doesn't matter because it's a banana. So it doesn't matter. You're all intersectionally connected. So an offense against one is offense against all. If you see this banana, someone just drops and you decide that this is the end of the world. An utter outrage, proof of racism. You can't work here anymore. You need inclusivity training and paid time off for all the trauma. That's in you. That's inside you. No one else has done that to you. That's inside you. That's your choice. It may be a program, okay? You may have had some of your choice removed from programming. There's a lot of imposition of other people's will in your head. And freeing yourself from that is one of the big adventures of life. But that's getting back to it, that's the thing, okay? You have decided, accepted, not resisted, whatever. This is the end of your life for the day, for the moment. This is the serious trauma. There's a banana on the floor. Everything about this sounds really stupid and silly to someone from the outside. There's no intent. There's no trauma. There's no actual trauma going on. No one has actually hurt you. There's nothing there. But everything is like this. Everything in your head, everything about your reality is like that. Now, this is the part where people start to resist. Everything is like that, okay? So whenever someone makes you feel bad, it's still you. It's your interpretation. It's your internal self, and here comes the wind. And so take responsibility for that. It's not just the guys seeing the bananas or a rope pull handle on a garage door or something. It's not just that. It's you. Every input you have is something that you create in your mind. You create the meaning. You create the suffering. Your body can feel pain. Your body can feel pain, but it's not suffering until your mind changes it into suffering. Okay? All the suffering is in here. It's created by you. Getting control over that could be easy, could be hard, depends on a lot of factors. I'm not going to tell you there's an easy one-step answer. There is. Remember yourself. But it's not as easy as it sounds from the bottom to the top, I guess. It's one of the things in enlightenment that people talk about. It's like, it's so easy. It looks easy from one side. When you're not there yet, it doesn't look easy. It is. You'll discover that, but there's all sorts of tricks and things you have to do to get there. The path depends on the person, and the psychology, and the neurology, and the body. But, all of that angst, all of that meaning is created inside yourself. It's the important lesson, okay? Probably the important lesson. One of the 5 important lessons at the worst, but the important lesson. But it doesn't hit. Like, you have to have it explained to you the right way at the right time when you're in the right mode to take action. So I'm just going to talk about it, and hopefully it'll hit someone at the right time, in the right mode, when they can take the right action, and then another light bulb, another spark in the universe will come out. Be that spark, and control your own mind for a change. Stay sideways.